Captain on the bridge.
Alright, captains, we are back on the bridge, and today we got some things to go over from the Star Trek Online X feed, so on screen. Yes, captains, before we get into this video, do us a huge favor and hit that like button, but also if you're new here, welcome. Consider subscribing here to our YouTube bridge, where we're always on the lookout for like-minded captains, where we can share our love, our passion for Star Trek Online, but also things Star Trek. Now, with that said, here we go. Captains, you already saw some of the news. You probably saw the thumbnail, obviously. But what we're going to do is go over the latest couple of blogs here from the Stowe X feed, and then, of course, get into the meat and potatoes of this video. So first up here are the patch notes for today's PC server maintenance. PC patch notes for November 2nd. This, of course, will be releasing the day after. So, resolved an issue that caused some captains to have multiple ships active at the same time. Resolved an issue that prevented the Fleet Project Ongoing Research Project 2 from accepting duty officers directly from contributing captains. Improved the placement of firing nodes on the Galore and Keldon class ships. Moved the forward top turret node on the Nebula to the forward dorsal saucer phaser array. The outer cannon nodes on the Nebula to be on the dorsal phaser array. Fix the navigation lights on the Maquis Raider so that they are on the correct sides, red on the left, green on the right. Align the fire spouts on the Fikiri Goktad carrier so that they are all in the same angle while at full impulse. Corrected the position of the navigation light on the right wing of the Romulan Melpomene warbird. So very small patch notes, but some good changes. Now, I've had a problem for a while now with some Omni beams, and though I use them, not just me, everyone almost uses Omni beams on their builds when it comes to energy builds. For me, some particular ships have had a sort of annoying look to them. One of them being the Sovereign. When I'm using just an Omni beam, the Omni beam would be firing from the bridge. That breaks so much immersion. So I hope that they continue kind of look into this and fixing those as well, because for it to just move to the phaser strip array in any way, that'd be great. That would just be hunky dory. So there is that. Next up, here we go. Save 35% on legendary items on PC this weekend. So the console bridge just recently had the legendary items on sale there, and we already purchased this bad boy here that you see here, the 10th anniversary bundle, and we could not be any happier. That was indeed a crowning moment on our free-to-play account to have all these ships just for playing for free, essentially. So here we go. So save 35% on legendary items on PC for all the bundles released so far. So captains of the ships of Star Trek are a character unto themselves, and we find ourselves attached to the ships that have become legendary. Now you can own those ships for a lot cheaper. From November 2nd to the 6th, you can save 35% on all legendary bundles we've ever released, including the 10th ship legendary bundle. That's right, the anniversary bundle is back for a limited time, captains. Get your hands on ships that come with every look, trade, and console that had ever been released for them up to the point of their initial sale, and take a captain up to level 65 instantly. So again, we've got this, and I still highly recommend this bundle if you can get it. It is just such a great value, and I did not even hesitate. That video of us purchasing the 10th anniversary bundle and the update for our PS4 account will be going up sometime this weekend after this video. So look out for that. But again, there's some other things that we'll kind of discuss, and we'll kind of go back here on this. But yes, again, Cap, that is from November 2nd to the 6th. Again, the 10th anniversary bundle, still the best in my humble opinion. So there is that. That is all from the Stowe X feed. And now we're going to get on to the news of the layoffs at Cryptic. So huge shout out to our good friend Casual SAB, probably not the best place to stop his video. very pinchable cheeks. What? So I saw this, and of course, well, we had to click on it. Look at layoffs at Cryptic Studios. And we have him showing I believe this is LinkedIn, the profiles of Nick and Mike. So Nick, of course, is Tumor Boy. Mike is Ambassador Kale. We did a recent video of Stowe's sort of future thing going on and what we thought about it. They said everything is hunky-dory. Well, they may think everything is hunky-dory, but I've been sort of through corporate layoffs and mergers and takeovers and companies being sold. So this is not a surprise, but it doesn't mean it doesn't hurt any less. So having said that, just from what Spencer's screen captured here, so we'll go over Nick's here. So, hey all, the axe fell at Cryptic this morning. While it doesn't seem that I was impacted, thank goodness, a bunch of the best people I have ever had the pleasure of working with were. Please keep an eye out for them, and if they are going to have openings, I'd be happy to pass them along directly to the right people. My heart is broken, but I want to help however I can. So that kind of sucks. That really does. And of course, Mike's here. So many of the best people I know were let go from Cryptic Studios today. Know that anyone you hire from those teams will be an invaluable asset to your teams. I would recommend any of them. Please hit me up if you have any open positions. And there's an additional tweet that he put here that we'll also go over here. But I'm sure that the news is starting to creep out, so I'll let you all know that I'm still here. Many of the favorite super talented people are not. It is a crappy day. So my heart goes out to those devs, 100%. We recently were also let go earlier this year, literally the first day back from holidays from our job, and it had nothing to do with us, but changes from the higher ups. It had to be done. I was the latest hire, even though I was doing my job and performing pretty much how they expected. It doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, what talks, what makes it go round, what keeps the lights on is indeed the money coming in. Having said that, I cannot not see Stowe still not making money with all the recent stuff. But having said that, they have been pushing so many ships down our throat that maybe that contributed, because maybe just people couldn't keep up. And I've seen this over the years where people have bought every ship that have come out, whether C-Store promo, lockbox, and then just get to a point where they're burnt out, they can't spend anymore, and they're just kind of defeated and quit. So that could be a factor. I don't know. The dev team was already small, and for them to remove more, to me, it doesn't bode well. Because of course we heard, and you know what Ambassador Kale said in the last 10 Forward stream was that he foresees Stowe, lasting 10-15 years, which could still be true, to be honest, which still could be true. But again, in that 10-15 years, how does the internal staff look like, right? How does the content look like? So a lot of these things do happen when corporate makes a decision. It's sad. It sucks. Now, again, big, huge shout out to our good friend Spencer, aka Casual SAB. We saw this video, so he had the post up here, so we're just going. So credit to him, of course. Check out him if you haven't yet. You have to do so. He is one of the original Stowe content creators that we've followed, but also have had the opportunity to get to know over the years, and is also one of our supporters. And we love the fact that we know this guy, because he is just, look at those cheeks. Just look at those. What? Okay, let me move on. Now, we're gonna go alt here to Ambassador Kale's X feed. So there was some interaction between him and Spencer, which is good. We like interaction. So we'll go start here. So from Spencer's thread, and recent layoffs and some player reactions I've seen, news broke. An immediate response I saw was folks hesitant to pick up the 10th or buy anything during the legendary sale. Now, I said we would loop back to this. I still think Stowe still has a good shelf life left to it. 10, 15 years? I don't know. Would I want 10, 15 years? Of course. That would mean that I would be playing still well into my 50s. And I see myself doing so. But again, how does Star Trek look at that point? We don't know. But currently, as of this video, we have had just Star Trek Strange New Worlds air with 10 episodes, Lower Decks, and Prodigy finding a new home for their season 2 on Netflix. Having said that, there are a lot of Trek yet still to come. So next year, Discovery is going on to their last season. Okay. Next year, there could be Strange New Worlds, Prodigy, Lower Decks seasons coming out still. There's still that rumored movie with Michelle Yeoh. There is that Academy, I believe, series that they're trying to do. So as long as there's Trek out there, especially of how tied Stowe is into Star Trek now, there's going to be life to Stowe. And I've always said this, and I'll say it again. Even if all the current Star Trek shows, movies stop, I believe they can still keep going. But because before Discovery even dropped, the Stowe team were taking story plot lines from all the series and just expanding on them. So I think that can still happen. Now, having said that, taking away some of the talented teams that have worked on Stowe, that is going to be a huge hindrance, because you've had people that have worked and figured out Stowe, mind you, not 100%, but they've worked at it where they can keep it going and still have it a playable game. Sometimes not playable, but it happens. It's a game. It's not only exclusive to Star Trek Online. So going back to that point of what Spencer said here about people hesitant, do I still recommend this? Yes. Do I regret buying the 10th anniversary bundle on my free-to-play PlayStation account? No. How long did it take me? 2 years. It could have been done sooner if I had put more time into it. That was just a free-to-play account, and I was playing that side by side my main account on my PC. So someone could do that a lot sooner. You can get it probably within a year if you really found your way on how to, your own way, I should say, and keep a routine on how to gather resources quickly. So having said that, 100% I still recommend it. Now going back here, if the pattern holds true, we should have a lifetime sale starting either tomorrow or next week, which will be received given recent events. Now, will this make people hesitant? But yes, 100%. Like I said, I believe Stowe still has a good shelf life, and in that video, Spencer did say that as well. People need assurances before dumping hundreds of money into the game. I have not yet spent money on this game since 2015 maybe. The only things I've bought with real life money is my lifetime account, the Regent, Tier 5 Regent, and the Tier 5 Prometheus. That's it. Everything else has been, call it what it is, in-game grinding, resource gathering, my paperwork. I found that my own way of gathering resources to make my account work, and I've been able to get the ships I want, and I still have the ability to get the ships that I want with all of the resources that I've gathered. Will it be harder for a new player? Yes. You're gonna have to invest some time into Stowe. How much time? That is up to you. With the event campaign, about 3.5 campaigns in the event campaign, you can already get the prize, which is a premium ship, 2 tier 5 or 2 tier 6 coupons, or the low buy. So that's a pretty good and sweet deal. Again, time invested is needed for that. And of course, yes, you can still use money. I don't regret putting all the time that I have put into Stowe this year's. And if it were to go, it would suck 100%. But I don't think it's going anywhere anytime soon, in my opinion. So, undoubtedly, there are still many unknowns for the folks over at Cryptic, but it probably wouldn't hurt to put something out to assure people that the game isn't going anywhere. Could be as basic as a rough roadmap, 2024, great idea. This needs to be fancy or specific, just enough to let people know that the game is still being developed and will have normal events and seasonal content releases around certain months. Or could give some teasers, ship leak that happened October 4, kept people hyped waiting for the ship releases for nearly a year. Maybe tease a few ship bundles that are locked in to release next year to get them long-term hype going. Great points by Spencer, by the way. Point being, the Stowe player base needs to know that Stowe has a future and is still going to be developed. I believe that I have stated that I think Stowe will be around for a while. An official non-TFW statement would help a lot here. And of course, he added both Ambassador Kale and Star Trek Online, to which Ambassador Kale did actually respond. But it is a difficult time for Cryptic team right now. I'll let you know that our free-to-play games are not affected by these recent changes. We're always thankful for how you rally around us, and we're still here for you. He has to keep positive, obviously. And to be in that position where people around you are losing their jobs, of course, you have to sort of kind of look and sometimes even say maybe the writing is on the wall. But I believe they'll keep going, obviously, because they're still employed. But having said that, we don't know what the restructuring is going to look like if there is a restructuring. So a lot of companies nowadays will try to get away with more with less. More content, more work with less staff. It happens. It is a thing. It is just a reality we have to accept. It doesn't matter if it's Stowe or the bigger IPs out there. It just is a thing. So the player base will have to be very supportive as much as we can be, and the more important thing is be positive. I'll touch on that a little bit more later. And there was another reply here by Master that I want to go through. So by Neo K182, I'm depressed over the layoffs, but Spencer B is right that we need you guys to drop the never speak about the future and give us some details because people are nervous. That is a very general statement. I'm not nervous. I am just more disappointed, sad. Because yes, to a certain degree, we all love Stowe. There's many levels of each individual captain loving Stowe, but I wouldn't say I'm nervous. Something as simple teasing ships that are 100% in stone would be enough to get people hyped. So he actually did respond to that. So, okay, taking off my official hat for a moment. This is the second or third time today on a day where people have lost their jobs. You've asked us to make you feel better by teasing some ships. I know you care a lot about Stowe, but maybe give us a minute. That, I believe, is a very honest and truthful statement from Ambassador Kale. Again, as much as a lot of us, myself, want reassurance, let's give him a minute. Let's indeed give him a minute. And keep in mind that they're humans too. I said this before. They need to make sure that Stowe works. Why? Because they have to support themselves, their families, their loved ones, so that it's a working relationship. And as a player base, as us, we have to be as supportive as we can be. I know we can be harsh on them. We totally can. But I think now more than ever, we need to be as positive as we can be, regardless of the quote-unquote features that are there. Because if we keep crapping on them, guess what? They may even lose the will, the love to work on Stowe and just say, you know what, screw this, get me out of here, Scotty. So I'm glad he stated that. To me, it gave me an insight to what he's thinking and possibly what the mood's going to be for a bit for them. So my ECs on that is, let's be as positive as we can be. If we love Stowe, then let's show them how much we do love Stowe. And yes, there's bugs. Yes, there's features. We can't get away from that. But what game is perfect? Comment below. Let me know if the game is perfect, and I may even try it. But will I like it and love it like Stowe? Probably not. So just that. Now, the last thing I will go over here is I also did just go on on Stowe Red. I don't know why I said Twitter. Stowe Red here, and I found this by LOL Monster 167. It was something about a deleted tweet, and maybe I'm not sure what it is about, but I saw it way too late. But there are some interesting comments here. So, Kale, that was, again, this tweet or this X out was from what Spencer showed. Now, there has been some comments here that I wanted to highlight, so I won't comment on replies on 2 announced projects, but they were shown a career. Luckily today, for some Stowe employees worked on this project as well. So there's stuff going here. So you can click on that. We're not going to do it. There was a name here that I saw that I wasn't familiar with. So here you go. Unsure how many were laid off, but among them was Ian Richards. I've heard that name before. An environment / ship artist for Stowe, also known as Jams. That I've heard too, so I didn't know that they were the same person. He's worked on Stowe for 12 years. Dang. If you want an idea of the level of experience they're throwing away here, that's very significant. That's very significant. You would think, just like in my case when I was let go, I was the last employee hired. You would think it would have been the last employees hired for them as well. But they went with like veteran workers there. 12 years. He's been there for 12 years. That is, that is a little bit of pause for concern, because I kind of mentioned it earlier, they know Stowe. They know the ins and outs. They know how to get around the spaghetti code, the old code, because most of these people weren't even here when the original game came out. And one of the reasons why the Foundry was let go was because you had people that didn't understand Stowe. And now they're letting go of people who know Stowe, which is, again, a cause for concern. I don't know who else is out there. I'm not even sure if they actually even mentioned any more in this thread, but I thought I'd bring attention to that because that's pretty significant. So, you know, we go back to the real world where, again, corporations have to do what they do for money. And unfortunately, sadly, it sucks for those who are affected. I know how they feel. I really do. And when that had happened to me, I started questioning my experience, my worth. My manager at the time reassured me it wasn't me, but that doesn't stop you from feeling the way you feel. So my heart goes out to those let go. Ian, aka Jams. Good luck to you in your future, and to whoever else got let go. I hope you guys find another job that will keep helping you, of course, let you do what you do, but also support your family and your loved ones. Now, my final 2 ECs on this is this, and I've said it before and I'll just reiterate again. my recommendation, Caps, is for us to be positive. I've always had a pretty positive attitude towards Stowe. I have been critical when I've needed to be, I think. But I kind of have an attitude where it is what it is. If I'm still enjoying my nightly time here on Stowe, that's all that matters. So as long as Stowe is up, I say, captains, let's not take it for granted. Let's enjoy the time we have here. Let's hope for the best. Let's continue to enjoy the content together. Let's continue to support, I should say, our devs as much as we can. Try not to be too negative. I would say be more critical in our criticism for the work as opposed to them. So as opposed to calling them incompetent idiots, I don't think that's going to get us anywhere. I would say more, okay, this bug has been, it's been a lingering one. Can we try to, just something like that. Just change up the lingo to be more, supportive in a way, and maybe come up with solutions. I don't know how those solutions would be. I'm not an expert in bugs and everything like that, but I guess what I'm just trying to say is negativity is not going to get us anywhere, and positivity, I believe, will always win over negativity. So again, as our final ECs, though this is some bad news for Stowe, 100%, I still think that there is shelf life to Stowe, and that we can have still a lot of good time here on the bridge, where we can continue to just have fun, enjoy it for what it is, and enjoy for how long as it lasts. So, my captains, I'll end my ranting there. Do us a favor, hit that like button, comment below, let us know how you feel, let us know your thoughts, let us know your suggestions, maybe, perhaps. But overall, keep it positive. I've always called for that, and I'll continue to call for that, especially when it comes to here being on our bridge here on the YouTube channel, or even when we're on the Twitch bridge. Also, consider subscribing here, because for as long as Stowe is up, we will continue to make the content, to cover the news, to share our love, and like what I said, our love and passion for Stowe. With that said, Caps, we're going to leave it on this note.
Live long and prosper.